Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the fire you used to have in your 20s and 30s, that energy, that strength, that confidence, has quietly slipped away. You didn't notice it at first, but now it's undeniable. You feel slower, more tired, workouts feel harder than they should, and motivation comes and goes. And then you find yourself wondering, is this just aging? Is this inevitable? What if I told you it's not only avoidable, but reversible? What if I told you there are foods, simple, accessible foods, that can begin boosting your testosterone naturally, even after 40, and in some cases, almost instantly? Stay with me, because today we're digging into 7 powerhouse foods that switch your hormones back into drive mode and help you feel more alive, more focused, and more masculine than you've felt in years. Before we get into the first food, let me make this one thing clear. You are not broken. You're not past your prime. You're not too old to get stronger, leaner, or more energized. Your body still wants to produce testosterone. It just needs the right tools. Think of your hormones like a factory that doesn't shut down with age. It just slows down if it doesn't get the raw materials it needs. Once you give it the right fuel, the whole machine starts firing again, and that's exactly what these foods do. So let's start with the first one, because this is one most men overlook, yet it can make a noticeable difference in mood, strength, recovery, and morning energy surprisingly fast. I'm talking about eggs. Yes, good old eggs. Not egg whites, not powdered substitutes, real whole eggs. The reason eggs are so powerful is because testosterone is literally built from cholesterol. Your body takes dietary cholesterol, converts it into pregnenolone, and from there produces testosterone. When men switch to low-fat diets or when they avoid cholesterol, testosterone tends to crash. But when you bring whole eggs back in, especially the yolks, something interesting happens. Your body suddenly has the raw material it needs to make more testosterone. Eggs also contain vitamin D, selenium, and high-quality protein, all essential for your hormonal health. If you've been feeling low energy or finding it hard to build muscle, adding eggs back into your routine can give you a surprisingly fast hormonal nudge. And no, eating eggs does not destroy your heart health. That old myth has been debunked. What destroys your health is inflammation, sugar, and a lack of real nutrient-dense foods like eggs. Now let's move to something that does wonders for testosterone production, but works through a different mechanism. When you hit 40, stress becomes one of your worst enemies. Cortisol, the hormone released when you're stressed, directly blocks testosterone production. So if you want better testosterone, you need something that calms the nervous system, lowers inflammation, and supports hormone balance. And that's where fatty fish like salmon comes in. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, the kind your body desperately needs to reduce inflammation and improve the way your cells communicate. Inflammation is like static interference in your hormonal signaling pathways. When your body is inflamed, your hormones can't do their job. Omega-3s clear that static, restoring healthy communication so testosterone can travel and act the way it should. Salmon also contains vitamin D, protein, and B vitamins, all of which support testosterone and metabolic health. Many men report less joint pain, better sleep, and even improved libido after adding fatty fish to their weekly meals. And think about that. Just giving your cells the right kind of fat helps everything work better. Healthy fats are not the enemy. They're the foundation of hormones, especially testosterone. Now, this next food is one of the most underrated testosterone boosters on the planet. It's ancient, it's powerful, and it's been used traditionally for centuries to support male vitality. I'm talking about ginger. This little spice does something remarkable. Studies show it increases luteinizing hormone, which is the hormone your brain releases to tell your testicles, let's produce more testosterone. Ginger doesn't just support testosterone. It also improves blood flow, fertility, and antioxidant levels in the body. Many people think of ginger just for digestion, but its effects go much deeper. It's one of those foods that quietly works in the background, reducing oxidative stress, improving nutrient absorption, and supporting the organs involved in hormone production. You don't need huge amounts either. A simple ginger tea, adding fresh ginger to meals, or even ginger shots can make a difference. If you want something that boosts testosterone without needing to change your entire diet, ginger is one of the easiest wins you'll find. Let's move on to a food that has earned a legendary reputation for male health: oysters. And there's one big reason: zinc. If testosterone was a car engine, zinc would be the spark plug. Without enough zinc, testosterone production slows to a crawl. Men who are deficient in zinc, which is far more common than people think, often experience low libido, fatigue, muscle weakness, and even depression. Oysters are one of the richest sources of zinc in the natural world. They also contain copper, selenium, vitamin B12, and iron, all crucial minerals for men over 40. Oysters don't just support testosterone, they support energy levels, red blood cell production, and nervous system function. And if you're not into oysters, no problem. There are alternatives like pumpkin seeds, beef, and lentils. But oysters remain the gold standard. If there were ever a testosterone superfood, oysters would be at the top. Now this next one might surprise you because it's not flashy, exotic, or trendy. It's spinach. Yes, the same leafy green you grew up pushing around your plate as a kid. But spinach is loaded with magnesium, and magnesium is one of the most important minerals for testosterone production, muscle recovery, and energy. When magnesium levels drop, testosterone often drops with it. Magnesium also helps reduce stress, improve sleep quality, relax tight muscles, and support insulin sensitivity, all things that matter deeply when you're over 40. Poor sleep alone can crush testosterone, but when you give your body magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate, you support your nervous system and protect your hormonal health. Spinach is also rich in nitrates, which improve blood flow, and iron, which supports energy. Popeye might have been onto something after all. Let's talk about another food that works at the hormonal level but also affects metabolism, fat loss, and insulin control, and that's avocado. Think of avocados as the king of healthy fats. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, which support testosterone production. They're loaded with vitamin E, which is crucial for testicular health, and they provide potassium, which supports muscle function and heart health. Avocados also help stabilize blood sugar levels. Why does this matter? Because when blood sugar spikes and crashes, insulin rises, and high insulin lowers testosterone. When insulin rises, the body shifts into fat storage mode, and body fat, especially belly fat, produces estrogen. And that's the last thing you want. Avocados help keep your metabolism steady, keep you full, reduce cravings, and supply the exact kind of fats your body uses to make testosterone. If you want a food that tastes good, satisfies you, and supports your hormones all at once, avocado is an easy win. And now for the seventh food, dark chocolate. And no, I'm not talking about sugary chocolate bars. I mean real dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher. Dark chocolate contains magnesium, antioxidants called flavonoids, and compounds that improve mood, blood flow, and stress response. Remember earlier when I said stress kills testosterone? Well, dark chocolate helps lower cortisol levels. It also supports nitric oxide production, which improves circulation, and that helps everything from energy to workout performance to sexual health. Chocolate also contains a compound called PEA, phenylethylamine, which gives you a little natural mood lift. Just a small piece can make you feel good, reduce stress, and give your brain the signal that things are okay, which in turn supports testosterone production. And the best part? It feels like a treat, not a chore. It's one of the easiest ways to support your hormones while enjoying what you eat. Now, as powerful as these 7 foods are, let's talk honestly for a moment, because you might be wondering, are these foods really enough? Can they truly boost testosterone on their own? And the answer is yes, they absolutely can make a meaningful difference. But food doesn't work in isolation. Think of testosterone like a campfire. These foods are the wood. They give your body the material it needs, but you still need the spark. And that spark comes from your daily habits: sleep, stress management, resistance training, sunlight exposure, hydration. When you combine the foods we talked about with simple lifestyle upgrades, your testosterone doesn't just rise, it surges. You start feeling different. Not overnight, but noticeably. More stable energy, more confidence, better workouts, better recovery, better mood, better drive. Testosterone affects everything: your mindset, your muscle mass, your metabolism, your motivation, even how you show up in relationships. So don't underestimate the power of giving your body what it needs. And here's something else I want you to really take in. After 40, your goal isn't to chase the testosterone levels you had at 20. Your goal is to optimize the body you have right now. When you support your hormones naturally, you're not trying to be your younger self again. You're building the strongest, healthiest, most energized version of the man you are today. There's a huge difference. The foods we talked about: eggs, salmon, ginger, oysters, spinach, avocado, and dark chocolate, they're not magic pills. They're not shortcuts. They're tools that help you reclaim your vitality from the inside out. They work with your body, not against it. They support your natural hormone production. They reduce the things that lower testosterone, and they help your entire system operate at a higher level. Before we wrap up, I want you to imagine something. Imagine waking up with energy again. Real energy. The kind that makes you want to move, train, work, build, create, improve. Imagine feeling strong in your own skin. Imagine your mind being sharp, your mood stable, your confidence back where it belongs. That version of you is not some dream. It's not out of reach. It's not something you missed your chance for. It's simply the version of you that appears when your hormones are aligned, your nutrition supports your goals, and your lifestyle matches the man you want to be. And you don't have to change your entire diet overnight. Start small. Add one of these foods today. Add another one next week. Pay attention to how you feel. Your body responds quickly when it gets what it needs. You'll notice the difference in your workouts, in your energy, in your drive. Testosterone isn't just a hormone. It's a signal, a message from your biology saying, let's go, let's grow, let's build, let's live. And these foods bring that signal back online. So if you've been feeling tired, sluggish, or not quite like yourself, try these foods. Test them out. Let your body respond. Give yourself the chance to feel strong again. And trust me, it's absolutely possible. Because your best days don't have to be behind you. They can start right now.